Thanks for watching this edition of the NFL Daily Mailbag. I am Will Scott answering your questions live here on NFL Daily Live. And we begin with who? Chad Jones. Appreciate Chad Jones, one of our Super Chat MVPs here at Chat Sports. $10 saying, Dolphins general manager Chris Grier was interested in Dalvin Cook, but Minnesota didn't want to trade him at the time. Do you think he will go after him now that they want to trade him? I do not, Chad, and here's why. The Dolphins re-signed all 4 of their running backs, so I don't see them trading or signing a running back in free agency. If the Dolphins do add a running back, I expect it to be during the NFL draft, but I do not think it's going to happen in free agency or a trade, unfortunately. And I think the Dolphins have made a mistake. I really do. Bringing back all 4 running backs, they had the 27th ranked rushing offense in the league. They should have mixed up a little bit. Andy from Bills Mafia, we appreciate you. Will the Buffalo Bills draft or sign a bigger running back? Yeah, I think so. Derrick Henry's a name to watch there if he gets traded. Dalvin Cook is a name to watch there. But the Bills definitely need to add a running back, Andy. Devin Singletary has signed with the Texans. Even if you'd have brought Devin back, I still think they need to add to that running back room. So we'll see what they opt to do, but they definitely need some help there. I would say yes. Alec Tyndall, are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to get Ezekiel Elliott? Maybe. There's certainly a team to watch for Zeke. They're like a top 3 or 5 team, I think. They've moved on from Leonard Fournette. They need some help at running back. They did sign Chase Edmonds. I don't think he's going to be the guy. So Zeke to Tampa might make some sense. Pairing him with Baker Mayfield would be a lot of fun. Elijah Moss saying, best sneaky free agent signing thus far? It's a great question. I'm going to say Isaac Seamulo to Pittsburgh. And I think it was really important for the Steelers to improve that offensive line. They have a young quarterback in Kenny Pickett that was sacked a lot this past season. Seamulo, a 3-year deal, $24 million for one of the best guards in the National Football League. Did a fantastic job for Philadelphia. Absolute steal there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Best sneaky free agent signing thus far. Who do you think? Is it Seamulo? Is it Alton Schultz? Let me know down in the comment section. Best sneaky free agent signing thus far. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Best sneaky free agent signing thus far. Curious to hear from you down in the comment section. Brian's Brains. What's up, Dolphins fan? What are you hearing about Stafford to the Jets? I've not been hearing anything about Matthew Stafford to the Jets. So there are some rumors that the Rams are looking to move on from Stafford, but that would be a massive cap hit. So I don't expect it to happen this year. And it definitely wouldn't be the Jets because New York is going after Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, Matthew Stafford probably not going to get traded. Definitely will not get traded to the New York Jets. Matthew LaFour saying, do the Texans draft a wide receiver at 12 or pick one up in free agency? Well, they've already signed Noah Brown and Robert Woods in free agency, so I do not expect them to sign somebody else. I would expect them, though, to draft a wide receiver. You're going to have Quentin Johnston maybe on the board. You're going to have JSN. You're going to have Jordan Addison. I've seen Addison linked to the Texans more than any wide receiver, so we'll see what happens. But I do expect them to draft a receiver at 12. MC Toxin saying, will the Patriots pick up a wide receiver, safety, or corner at number 14 in the draft, and who? I think they should pick up a wide receiver. You sign Juju, but I still think they need to add to that room. I would say whoever the Texans do not draft out of Addison or Johnston is who the Patriots should pick up in the draft. I would say wide receiver at 14, MC Toxin. Arthur Smith, the Falcons head coach. What's up? I couldn't pronounce your name earlier this year. I kept saying Arthur. Arthur Smith. The Raiders won't sign Bobby Wagner because I don't think he's ever played for the Patriots. Arthur Smith, you're a funny guy, man. They're signing a bunch of former Patriots. Jacoby Myers, Jimmy Garoppolo, the list goes on and on. That's a good point. Bobby Wagner's not going to the Raiders because Josh McDaniels likes his former Patriots over there in Las Vegas. Christopher C., how much talent does Pittsburgh need to become a legit contender? I mean, look, their defense is great. Led by T.J. Watt. The defense is fantastic. The offense has gotten a little bit better. You added that offensive line, getting Seamulo. I expect them to continue to add to that offensive line in the draft. Think they need some more receiver help, quite frankly. We'll see what they opt to do, but it's going to come down to, is Kenny Pickett the guy? If Kenny Pickett can go out and have a really good season, the Steelers can contend because you have one of the best coaches in the NFL in Mike Tomlin. Be sure to subscribe. We bring you nonstop NFL updates all offseason long. Turn on your notifications as well so you know when we put out a video. Death Valley. Not Clemson Death Valley. LSU Death Valley, because I think this guy's a Saints fan. There should only be one Death Valley, by the way, LSU. Do you think the Saints will get Frank Clark? Yeah. Do I think they will? I don't know. Do I think they should go after him? Yes. You've lost some defensive linemen in free agency, so I absolutely think you should inquire about Frank Clark. The Saints got to add to that defense. Randy Fry saying, Lamar to the Colts? It's possible. We talked about it earlier here on the show. I think the Colts are a sleeper team. I think the thing about the Colts, though, Randy, is like, are they going to be willing to trade the number 4 overall pick to get Lamar Jackson? Like other teams, you might be the 20th overall pick or whatever, but number 4 overall pick is a lot. So we'll see. They might work out a 3-team deal. They might do some things. But if I'm the Colts, I absolutely go after Lamar Jackson. You have not gotten quarterback right your last couple of go-arounds. Mr. Jones, should the Titans re-sign Taylor Lewan? Well, that's not going to happen because they just cut him. So no, Taylor Lewan is not going to be back in Tennessee. They got Andre Dillard to replace him. That's a really good pickup. I think Taylor Lewan might go to Chicago. That's a name to watch there for the Bears. Logan, who do the Niners add for further edge depth in free agency? That's a good question. I mean, I think y'all are really good there, man. I mean, you could still maybe add somebody. Bud Dupree is a name to watch. I don't think Clowney's realistic there. Frank Clark. I could actually see Frank Clark. I'm going to go ahead and say Frank Clark to San Francisco is my prediction there. Thomas the Engine, where do you think OBJ signs? I would have said Dallas 2 days ago, but after the Brandon Cooks trade, I don't think that's going to happen. He's a Jet. I think OBJ's a Jet. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been saying he's a blank. OBJ's a Jet. I think that's going to happen. Aaron Rodgers kind of hinted that, who wouldn't want to play for OBJ? So I do believe the Jets are going to sign Odell Beckham Jr. What that means for Elijah Moore, some other receivers, I don't know. Will OBJ sign with the Jets? Predict it down in the comment section. Y for yes, N for no. Will OBJ sign with the New York Jets? Anthony Olvera saying, what's it going to take to trade for D-Hop? I'd say a third or a fourth. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I'd say a third or a fourth. The Patriots are a team to watch there, but is he going to want to play for Bill O'Brien again? Probably not. I think the Giants are a team to watch here for DeAndre Hopkins, maybe giving up a third or a fourth to get him. They gave up a third for Darren Waller. That's a steal. Winland Witt, we appreciate the question. Would you be upset if the Miami Dolphins draft quarterback Hendon Hooker or quarterback Grayson McCall? I think Grayson McCall is still in school, who is an accurate passer as CJ with Miami Dolphins second-round pick. Winland, the Dolphins feel really good about Tua. They've picked up the option. They also signed Mike White to be the backup, and they still have Skylar Thompson on this roster. So I would be stunned if the Dolphins drafted a quarterback. To answer your question, yes, I'd be upset. The second-round pick is going to be the Dolphins' first pick in this draft. They should use it on offensive line. They should use it at running back, linebacker. There's a lot bigger needs on this team than a backup quarterback. Mr. Sports, do you would see Lamar Jackson having trouble signaling with someone due to these injuries that he's had? Or signing with someone? Oh, signing. I can't read today. Signing with someone. I think it has more to do with just like collusion, quite frankly. I think NFL owners have gotten together and be like, we're not going to pay Lamar Jackson a guaranteed contract. Deshaun Watson's contract screwed up the market. I think it has more to do with that than the injury concerns. But are the injury concerns playing a role? Yeah, probably. Donald Daisy. Will the Raiders take a quarterback? They should. Oh, the Jimmy Garoppolo deal, they can kind of get out of it after a year or two. The Raiders should take a quarterback, but I don't think Anthony Richardson is going to fall to them. Will Levis probably will. But if they want Richardson, who I think is better than Will Levis, they should probably trade up, maybe to number 3, number 5, and get Richardson. Will the Raiders draft a quarterback? Type D for draft or type P for pass. Down in the comments section, go down and let me know. Jenkins, can the Cowboys sign Dalton Reisner? You lost Connor McGovern. He could use a replacement. Yeah, I would say the Cowboys are a contender there for Dalton Reisner. Chris Barber, who do you think has won free agency overall at this point? That's a great question. The Dolphins are up there. They've had a good week. I would also say the Houston Texans have had a really, really good couple of days here. The time we're filming this, they just signed Dalton Schultz and Devin Singletary. I like what the Falcons have done. I like what the Broncos have done, just to name a few teams there. Overall, though, I would say the Dolphins, but they haven't signed a right tackle at the time we're filming this, so they have to do that for sure.